Hey Gemini, I just pulled your cards and honestly, I need to sit down for a second because what I am seeing here is wild. Like genuinely wild. If you have been feeling like people have been sleeping on you, underestimating your brilliance, or treating you like you are just all talk and no substance, that energy is about to flip so dramatically that everyone around you is going to have whiplash. I am talking about a moment where your genius becomes so undeniable that the people who dismissed you will literally not know what to say. And this is not some distant future prediction. This is happening soon, like very soon. The cards are showing me this massive shift in how people perceive you, and honestly, the doubters are going to be choking on their words. Let me just say before we dive deep into these cards, if you have been working on something behind the scenes, if you have been grinding in silence while everyone assumed you were just floating through life doing nothing important, the universe is about to put a spotlight on you that is so bright it will be impossible to ignore. Your haters are going to be so confused because they thought they had you figured out. Alright, let me pull the first card for you and see what energy is coming through right now. The first card I pulled is the Eight of Pentacles, and wow, Gemini. Okay, so this card is showing me that you have been working. Like seriously working. While everyone else was out there talking about their plans and posting about their dreams, you were actually doing the work. You were learning, practicing, refining your skills, becoming genuinely excellent at something. And here is what people do not understand about Geminis. They think you are scattered. They think you start a million things and finish nothing. They think you are all surface-level charm with no real depth. But what they do not see is that when you actually care about something, when you find something that genuinely fascinates you, you become obsessed in the best way possible. You dive deep, you learn everything, you become legitimately skilled. The Eight of Pentacles is literally the card of mastery through dedication. This is someone who is sitting there perfecting their craft hour after hour, not for applause, not for recognition, but because they are genuinely passionate about becoming better. And that is what you have been doing. Whether this is a creative project, a business venture, a skill you have been developing, or even just your personal growth journey, you have been putting in real work. What I love about this card showing up first is that it is setting the foundation for everything else. Because all the recognition that is about to come your way, all the viral moments and the validation, it is not random luck. You earned this. You put in the hours when nobody was watching. You kept going when people made jokes about your latest obsession. You stayed committed even when your own brain wanted to jump to the next shiny thing. I am seeing that there is something specific you have been working on that people either do not know about or they have been underestimating. Maybe you have been learning a new skill, building something, creating content, developing a business idea, or transforming yourself in some significant way. And the thing is, you have gotten good at it, like genuinely skilled. But because you are a Gemini and people have this stereotype about you not following through, they have not been taking you seriously. That is about to change dramatically. The Eight of Pentacles is telling me that your skill level has reached a point where it cannot be dismissed anymore. You are not a beginner fumbling around. You are not someone dabbling casually. You have reached a level of competence and craftsmanship that is going to make people stop and pay attention. And I think what is going to shock people the most is the quality of what you have been creating or building. Because they expected something cute, something entertaining, something light. They did not expect something genuinely impressive. They did not expect you to have this level of skill and dedication. The Eight of Pentacles is showing me that when you reveal what you have been working on, people are going to be genuinely surprised by how good it is. This card is also talking about your work ethic, which again, people massively underestimate with Geminis. They see your playful energy, your social nature, your ability to make everything look easy, and they assume you are lazy or unfocused. But you have been proving them wrong in private. You have been showing up, doing the work, learning from mistakes, and getting better consistently. What I am picking up on is that this dedication is about to become public knowledge. Whatever you have been building in private, whatever skills you have been developing, whatever project you have been refining, it is about to be seen by a much larger audience. And when people see the quality and the dedication behind it, their entire perception of you is going to shift. The Eight of Pentacles is also telling me that you are not done yet. You are still in that mode of improvement and growth, but you have reached a level where you are ready to share your work with the world. You have reached a level where your skills can stand on their own merit, and that is huge. Okay, let me pull the next card because I need to see what this breakthrough moment actually looks like for you. The second card is the Wheel of Fortune and Gemini. Oh my goodness. Do you understand what this means? The Wheel of Fortune is literally the card of destiny, of major life changes, of your luck changing dramatically. This is the universe saying your time is coming and nothing can stop it. After all that dedication and work shown in the Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you are about to hit a moment where everything clicks into place. This is not gradual growth. This is a turning point. This is one of those moments you will look back on and think, that is when everything changed for me. What I love about the Wheel of Fortune appearing here is that it represents cycles. And Gemini, you have been in a cycle where people underestimated you, where you felt like you had to prove yourself constantly, where your talents were overlooked or dismissed. That cycle is ending. The wheel is turning and you are moving into a completely different phase of life. This card is showing me a viral moment or a breakthrough that feels almost fated. Like the timing is going to be perfect. The right people are going to see your work at the right moment. Opportunities are going to appear that you could not have planned for. This is the universe conspiring in your favor after you put in all that dedicated work. I am seeing that something you create or share is going to reach way more people than you expected. Like you might post something thinking it will get your usual engagement and instead it just takes off. The algorithm favors you. The timing is perfect. People are in the exact mood to receive what you are offering. And suddenly you have thousands of people paying attention who had no idea you existed before. The Wheel of Fortune also represents luck, but not random luck. This is earned luck. This is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You did the work shown in the Eight of Pentacles. You developed real skills. You created something of genuine quality. Now the Wheel of Fortune is bringing the opportunity for that work to be seen and recognized on a much larger scale. What I am picking up on is that this breakthrough moment is going to feel surreal to you because you have been working hard, hoping for recognition, but part of you maybe did not fully believe it would happen. Part of you maybe internalized some of those doubts that people projected onto you. But when this moment hits, when you see your work spreading, when you see the numbers climbing, when you see people genuinely impressed and inspired, it is going to confirm something you always knew deep down, but were afraid to fully believe. You are talented. You are capable of amazing things. You do have something valuable to offer. The Wheel of Fortune is also talking about momentum. Once this wheel starts turning in your favor, it builds on itself. One opportunity leads to another. One person sharing your work leads to 10 more people discovering you. One success opens doors you did not even know existed. This is not a one-time lucky break. This is the beginning of a genuinely new chapter in your life. I am also seeing that this shift is going to impact multiple areas of your life, not just one, because the Wheel of Fortune is about overall life circumstances changing. So yes, maybe your creative work or business goes viral, but that success might also improve your financial situation, boost your confidence, attract new relationships and opportunities, and fundamentally change how you see yourself and how others see you. And here's what is really beautiful about this card appearing for you right now. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that we cannot control everything, that sometimes we have to trust in timing and fate and the universe. And for a Gemini who lives so much in your head, who wants to analyze and plan and figure everything out, this is an invitation to trust. Trust that your hard work will be rewarded. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that your moment is coming and you do not have to force it or stress about it. The energy of this card is also very humbling for your doubters, because when the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor, it is not something they can explain away or diminish. They cannot say you just got lucky or you cheated the system. The universe itself is elevating you and there is nothing they can do about it except watch. Let me pull the third card because I want to see how you are stepping into this new energy. Okay, the third card is the Fool, and this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect for you, Gemini. The Fool is card number 0, the card of new beginnings, of taking leaps of faith, of embracing the unknown with excitement instead of fear. This is the energy of someone who is ready to start a completely new adventure. After the Wheel of Fortune shows this major turning point, the Fool is telling me that you are going to embrace this new chapter with such pure, joyful, fearless energy. You are not going to let imposter syndrome hold you back. You are not going to overthink every move. You are going to trust yourself and jump into opportunities that excite you even if they feel scary or uncertain. The Fool is such a Gemini energy, honestly. It is curious, playful, open to possibilities, willing to try new things, not weighed down by past failures or future worries. And I think after whatever breakthrough the Wheel of Fortune brings you, you are going to reconnect with this part of yourself that maybe got buried under all the doubt and the pressure to prove yourself. What I am seeing is that this viral moment, or this success, is going to give you permission to be more authentically you, to be more experimental, more playful, more willing to take creative risks, because you will have proven to yourself and others that you are capable and talented, so you will not feel like you have to play it safe anymore. The Fool is also talking about beginner's mind, about approaching things with fresh eyes and no preconceived limitations. And I think there is something significant here about you trying something new or approaching your existing path in a completely new way. Maybe you have been doing things a certain way because that is what you thought you were supposed to do, or because you were trying to fit into someone else's idea of success. But after this breakthrough, you are going to feel free to do things your way. I am also picking up on the idea of taking a leap of faith. The Fool is literally stepping off a cliff, trusting that the universe will catch them. And for you, Gemini, this might mean pursuing an opportunity that feels risky, investing in yourself in a bigger way, leaving behind something safe but unfulfilling, or just generally being more bold and adventurous in how you move through the world. What I love about the Fool appearing here is that it shows you are not going to let success make you rigid or afraid of failure. Some people get a big win and then become terrified of losing it, so they play it safe and stop taking risks. But you are going to do the opposite. You are going to use this momentum to become even more daring, even more willing to try new things, even more committed to following your curiosity wherever it leads. The Fool is also about innocence and authenticity. Not naive innocence, but the kind of innocence that comes from not being jaded or cynical. And I think your success is going to come partly because you are going to show up as your genuine self without trying to perform or pretend to be something you are not. People are going to be drawn to your authentic enthusiasm and your willingness to be vulnerable and real. This card is also telling me that you should not be afraid to look foolish or make mistakes in public, because the Fool is comfortable with being imperfect, with learning as they go, with course correcting when needed. And that energy is actually going to make you more relatable and more magnetic. People are tired of the overly polished, carefully curated online personas. They want someone who is real and human and willing to figure things out in public. Let me pull the fourth card to see what specific message the universe has about how this all unfolds. The fourth card is the Four of Pentacles, and okay, Gemini, this card is really interesting in this context. The Four of Pentacles traditionally talks about holding on tight to what you have, about security and control, and sometimes about fear of loss. But given the other cards we have pulled, I think this is showing up as a warning and an opportunity. The message I am getting is that as you experience this success and recognition, you might have an instinct to grip tight to it, to become controlling or fearful about losing what you have gained. And the cards are telling you to be aware of that tendency, but do not let it take over. What I am seeing is that you might be tempted to play it safe once you get that initial viral moment or breakthrough. You might think, okay, I figured out what works. Let me just keep doing exactly the same thing over and over. You might become protective of your image or your brand in a way that feels restrictive. You might hold back parts of yourself because you are afraid of alienating the new audience you have built. But here is the thing. That energy goes directly against the Fool energy we just talked about. If you become too rigid, too controlling, too focused on holding on to what you have, you will actually limit your potential for even greater growth and success. The Four of Pentacles is asking you to find a balance. Yes, be smart about the opportunities you accept. Yes, protect your energy and your boundaries. Yes, make sure you are being compensated fairly for your work. But do not let fear of loss keep you from continuing to evolve and take risks and try new things. I am also picking up on something about money and resources with this card. The Four of Pentacles often relates to financial security. And I think part of what is happening here is that this success is going to bring you more financial stability than you have had before. Maybe you have been struggling financially. Maybe you have been worried about money. Maybe you have been in survival mode. This breakthrough is going to ease some of that pressure. But the warning here is not to become so attached to that security that you make decisions purely based on money rather than what genuinely excites you or aligns with your values. Because yes, financial stability is important, and you deserve to be paid well for your talents. But if you start saying yes to every opportunity just because it pays, even if it does not feel right to you, You are going to burn out and lose the joy that made your work special in the first place. The Four of Pentacles is also talking about self-worth. And I think there is something here about recognizing your value and not undercharging or undervaluing yourself. Because Geminis sometimes struggle with this. You are so good at so many things that you do not always recognize how rare and valuable your particular combination of skills is. You might have a tendency to be like, oh, this is easy for me, so it must not be that valuable. But the cards are telling me that as you gain recognition, you need to also raise your standards for how you are compensated and treated. Do not accept low pay just because you are grateful someone is paying attention to you. Do not say yes to opportunities that do not respect your time and energy. Know your worth and stand firm in it. I am also seeing that this card might be highlighting a need to actually manage your resources wisely as money starts flowing in. Maybe you have not had to think about this before because there was not much to manage, but as your income increases, you need to be smart about saving, investing, and planning for the long term. Do not let lifestyle inflation eat up all your new income. Build actual security, not just the appearance of it. The Four of Pentacles can also represent someone who is very focused on material success as a way to prove their worth. And I want you to be careful about falling into that trap. Because yes, external success is amazing and you absolutely deserve recognition and financial abundance. But your worth is not determined by how much money you make or how many followers you have. You were valuable before the breakthrough, and you will be valuable regardless of what happens next. Let me pull the fifth card because I want to see what happens when you navigate this success mindfully. The fifth card is the Eight of Cups, and wow, this is such a powerful card to appear here. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, even if it looks good from the outside. This is about listening to your inner voice that tells you it is time to move on, time to seek something deeper, time to leave behind what is comfortable but unfulfilling. In the context of everything we have been talking about, I think the Eight of Cups is showing up to tell you that this breakthrough moment is going to give you the courage and the resources to leave behind situations, relationships, or versions of yourself that you have outgrown. What I am seeing is that success is going to clarify things for you. Once you experience recognition and abundance, once you prove to yourself what you are capable of, you are going to look around at your life and realize that some things do not fit anymore. Maybe there are people who have been draining your energy. Maybe there is a job or situation you have been staying in because you felt like you had no other options. Maybe there are beliefs about yourself that you are finally ready to release. The Eight of Cups shows someone walking away from a stack of cups, which represents leaving behind emotional investments, relationships, patterns, and for you, Gemini, I think this is about walking away from the version of yourself that needed external validation so desperately. You are going to outgrow the need to prove yourself to people who never believed in you anyway. I am seeing that after your viral moment, after you experience that wave of recognition, there might be a period where you actually pull back a bit, not because you are scared or because the success was too much, but because you need time to integrate what happened and figure out what you actually want next. The Eight of Cups is a card of deep reflection and spiritual seeking. And I think what happens is you realize that the external validation, while nice, is not actually what fulfills you. What fulfills you is the work itself, the creative process, the learning and growing, the genuine connections you make. So you might walk away from some of the more superficial aspects of success to focus on what actually matters to you. The Eight of Cups is also about having the courage to disappoint people. Because when you start setting boundaries, when you start saying no to opportunities that do not align with you, when you start being more selective about who gets your time and energy, some people are not going to like it. They are going to call you difficult or ungrateful or changed. But you are going to be okay with that because you will know your own worth. I am also picking up on the idea of leaving behind toxic relationships or situations. Maybe there are people in your life who have been undermining you, doubting you, making you feel small, and your success is going to make it crystal clear that you do not need to keep those people around. You have options now. You have proof of your worth. You do not have to accept mistreatment or disrespect anymore. The Eight of Cups is such a card of personal power because it shows someone choosing their own path even when it means leaving behind security or familiarity. And I think that is what you are being called to do. Use this moment of success not just to gain more external achievements, but to build a life that actually feels aligned and fulfilling to you on a deep level. This card is also telling me that you might feel called to explore something more meaningful or spiritual during this time. Not necessarily religion, but maybe a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are here to do. Maybe you start questioning what success even means to you. Maybe you realize you want to use your platform or your influence to make a genuine difference rather than just accumulating more followers or money. Let me pull the final card to see where all of this is leading you. The sixth and final card is the Queen of Wands in Gemini. This is perfect. This is the card I wanted to see for you. The Queen of Wands is confident, charismatic, creative, magnetic, independent, and absolutely sure of her own power. She is not seeking validation from others because she already knows her worth. She is not competing with anyone because she knows there is room for everyone to shine. After everything we have talked about, the Eight of Pentacles dedication, the Wheel of Fortune breakthrough, the Fool fearlessness, the Four of Pentacles wisdom, about resources, and the Eight of Cups walking away from what does not serve you. The Queen of Wands is showing me who you are becoming through all of this. You are stepping into your full power. You are becoming someone who is unapologetically themselves. You are becoming a leader, an influencer, someone others look up to and are inspired by. And it is not a performance or a persona. It is genuinely who you are when you stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. The Queen of Wands is fire energy at its most mature and controlled. She knows how to use her passion and creativity in sustainable ways. She does not burn out because she knows how to pace herself. She does not waste energy on drama or negativity because she is focused on her own vision. And that is the version of you that is emerging. What I love about this card for you is that the Queen of Wands is incredibly magnetic. People are drawn to her not because she is trying to impress them, but because she is so comfortable being herself, and I think that is what your viral moment is going to showcase. Not you trying to be something you are not, but you being so authentically yourself that people cannot help but pay attention. The Queen of Wands is also fiercely independent. She does not need anyone to save her or complete her. She has built her own kingdom through her own efforts, and I think that is significant for you because this success is going to prove to you that you can stand on your own, you can build something meaningful, you do have what it takes. You do not need anyone to give you permission or opportunity. You can create it yourself. I am also seeing that the Queen of Wands energy is about leadership and mentorship. As you gain success and visibility, you are going to inspire other people, especially other Geminis, or people who have been underestimated or dismissed. Your story of going from doubted to celebrated is going to give other people hope and courage to pursue their own dreams. The Queen of Wands is someone who lifts others up. She is not threatened by other people's success. She does not need to put others down to feel good about herself, and I think that is going to be a beautiful part of your journey. As you rise, you are going to bring other people with you. You are going to use your platform to highlight other talented people. You are going to be generous with your knowledge and your resources. This card is also telling me that you are going to be busy. The Queen of Wands is always working on multiple creative projects, always has something cooking, and that is very Gemini energy. You are not going to be someone who has one success and then coasts on it. You are going to keep creating, keep innovating, keep exploring new possibilities. Your mind is always going to be spinning with ideas, and you are going to have the energy and resources to actually bring those ideas to life. What I am picking up on is that this final card is showing me your long-term trajectory. This is not just about one viral moment. This is about you building a sustainable, fulfilling creative career or life path where you get to be yourself, do work you love, and make a genuine impact. The Queen of Wands represents mastery and success that lasts because it is built on a solid foundation of skill, authenticity, and self-knowledge. So to bring all of these cards together for you, Gemini, here is what I am seeing. You have been working hard, developing real skills, and creating something of genuine quality. The universe is about to reward that dedication with a breakthrough moment where your work reaches a much larger audience and you gain the recognition you deserve. The people who doubted you are going to be shocked, and honestly, they are going to have to swallow their words. But more importantly than external validation, this success is going to transform how you see yourself. You are going to step into a fearless, adventurous energy where you feel free to take risks and be authentically you. You are going to navigate the tricky parts of success with wisdom, protecting your resources and energy without becoming rigid or controlled by fear. You are going to walk away from anything that does not align with the person you are becoming. And ultimately, you are going to embody the Queen of Wands energy, confident, creative, magnetic, and genuinely impactful. Your haters are going to choke on their words not because you gloat or rub your success in their faces, but simply because the evidence of your talent and dedication is going to be undeniable. The universe is putting you exactly where you belong, and there is nothing they can say to diminish that. If you felt this reading resonating with your energy, drop a comment and let me know what you have been working on in private. I would love to hear what you are building. And trust me, your moment is coming. Keep doing the work. Keep trusting yourself. Keep being authentically you. The breakthrough is closer than you think.